What's up, guys? This is Rixxalight signing in, and welcome back to more Broken Sword. We have not played this in about 4 weeks, so seeing as we're going to be playing this all week, let's go over a quick recap of the game. That is the wrong button. So, we know what happened at the beginning. We'll just do a quick little summary. We'll go through all here. Whoops, I guess. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's not spam it too much. Okay, so the game begins. George is in Paris on a vacation in the fall, or whatever it is, Paris in the fall. People love it. Plantard, there in the grey suit, goes into a cafe. Along with the cafe comes a Mr. Clown Man, and he drops his accordion for a suitcase, and it blows up. Having seen that, George goes on an investigation and finds the clown materials in a sewer. Back on top, after coming out of the sewers, he meets up with a gate guard. The gate guard tells George that he saw a suspicious man carrying a briefcase with an evil scar upon his face. The investigation leads to him looking for a suit tailor to try and figure out who this person belongs to, and eventually he does find out who it belongs to with the help of some Nicocolade. Okay, and then having doing some more investigation of this certain man, he finds information regarding to where he is staying. I don't recall who told him this, to be honest. That is beyond my recognition. But anyway, the investigation leads him to this hotel where the potential killer, has been residing. And on the inside, we find some information. We find a scroll, and that we had to throw out of the window to avoid getting caught by the thugs. We got away with it, and it's fine. Leading to this, after going through all this, we go and end up to Ireland. In Ireland, nothing much really happens to the first things. We enter a little pub, we have a little drink, we have some fun. We meet up with a dude, and we find out that that the main reason for why this guy was targeted, because of course it was due to archaeology. And because of that, we find an item. And in doing so, this item, the guy you can see on the car bonnet there, he was a little bit on edge because he was part of an archaeological dig, and he had a gemstone on him. I believe it's a gemstone. I'm not too sure. I believe it is a gemstone. So the car drives into Fitzgerald over here, Sean Fitzgerald, and his body gets taken away inside the car, leaving behind the gem. The gem falls down below, inside the rafters. We take it for ourselves, and we go on an investigation. We take it to an excavation site near the village of Lochnairn. On the inside, we find the excavation mark itself, and we have to climb up a bale of hay. And on the inside, we meet the devil. And that's basically it. That's what we've missed. I know last time we did this, I read through all of it, but the more we play the game, the more it's going to be bad and stuff like that. So for what part are we on now? 6, 5, 8. Wow. For part 13, we'll have to do another one of these because we're going to be taking a 2-week break. Well, we're going to be taking Christmas, and then we've got Houselipper to do for a week, and then we can come back to this, and we'll probably try and recap a little bit more. And I've got some hints, but we don't need these because from here on out, I have no idea what I'm doing. I've never got past that goat before, because when you played this for the PS1, I had it on the PS1, you could play it on the PC. PS1 was a little bit easier to do because you could control it by stick. You could like move them around and not just click and point. But in the guides back in the day, in the 90s, when the game looked like this, it tells you only one thing and one thing alone. Move fast enough to get round the goat. It didn't exactly tell you have to click on that and then click on this to continue. It just said, do this. Anyway, so we have here a few things to look at. First of all, could we pick up the statue, apparently? Is it too heavy for me to pick up?
The statue was too heavy to lift.
Okay.
It overbalanced into the sand.
I see. Looks like we might have to lift that into here, then. What's this?
I placed my fingers and thumb into the holes in the wall. Nothing happened.
Okay, let's have a look
There was
into
a
it.
pattern of 5 holes arranged on the wall. They'd been drilled there deliberately.
Can we investigate this again? Can we try this again? Ah.
As I swung the stone upright, I noticed it had left a pattern of holes in the sand.
I see.
The 5 fingers on the back of the statue had left their impressions in the fine sand.
Right. Okay. Do we have anything that we can make putty out of? No? Maybe not yet. We'll leave that for now then, because that's going to be obviously important. What's this door all about? Obviously we have to put the statue in place to move the door.
I tried in vain to move the panel.
That's evidently clear what we have to do. Okay, let's have a look. What's this all about? Let's read.
Behind the altar was a carved panel, decorated with animals, birds, and plants.
Okay, can't really see that. I guess you mean this up here then, huh? I guess I could go through the front door, but I'm not done in here just yet. What's in the sack? I assume I have to make water or something?
As I dipped my fingers into the soft white powder, I realized what it was. Plaster of Paris. I'd used it in kindergarten to make casts of animal paw prints.
But don't you need liquid to do that, though?
The sack was empty.
Okay.
The bench had probably been used by Pegram and his archaeological team.
So, I have plaster. Don't I need water? I would assume I need water as well to make this work. Whoops. I didn't want to do that, George. George, I'm sorry. I didn't want to do that. I want my inventory, please.
Impressions in the fine sand.
Magnifique, George. Can we get my inventory out, sir? Thank you. Maybe we can spit on it?
I sprinkled the plaster on the sand until the holes were filled. I smoothed the plaster level with the sand. It was my first experience of home improvement.
Can we pick it up yet?
I smoothed the plaster level with the sand. It was my first experience of home improvement.
We need water.
The patch of sand where the statue had fallen was covered with a dense sprinkling of plaster.
Don't we need water? Can I... Is this still moist?
It was a rectangle of toweling printed with the words,
okay.
Nagopolian stout builds body.
Okay. I have more powder. The fuck? Can I hold the gem up to the sun? To burn it? Yeah, I didn't think so.
The patch of sand where the statue had fallen was covered with a dense sprinkling of plaster.
I need to figure out what I can do to get some moisture. I'm going to go out on a whim that I can say that I can use this here. Holy shit. Holy shit, it were wet!
I squeezed the towel as hard as I could, but it was barely damp.
Oh wait, isn't there a trough out here? Where the goat were? He's avoiding the goat like the plague.
Hey, Billy. The goat responded with a cool and penetrating stare.
Okay, I don't think I can... This is what I need, but I need it to be wet. Okay, go over here, George, for me, please. Is there a stain anywhere that I can use? There might be a faucet on the outside of the wall. Thank God that's still there. And we can go down again, right? So I don't think I need the that thing anymore. I need some water. Where do I get water from? Wasn't it damp downstairs in the pub? Okay, castle gates. Well, let's focus on leaving for now because I need to get some water to make the plaster work. Here we go. Turn back into town. Hello there, mister. Right, I want to go down there if I can. Because I need some water or liquid. Who's this douche? New friend, new friend, new friend, new friend, new friend, new friend, new friend. Oh, there, fam. Or it's the guy who was upstairs. Hi, see you now.
Hello.
Hello there. Let me introduce you to my pals.
We've already met. Would you like to shake my hand?
What is this? I don't do that male bonding stuff.
You're an ass. What can you tell me about
I
this,
want you
Sean?
to know you have my sympathy.
Oh, it's just terrible, awful.
It's the worst news I heard all day.
It's top the bad news all right for this week and the next.
The whole year.
It's worse than that. It's a worse disaster than living memory.
I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. It just clicked in my brain what I need to do.
History of the village.
Hold
I
on.
would say it's the biggest in the history of Ireland.
The most awesome disaster since mankind paddled out of the primal plot.
Hold on. Calm down there, Pat.
There's no beer.
What do you mean there's no beer?
Is a glass of beer more important than a man's life?
Were you talking to me?
To all of you. Sean Fitzgerald has met with God knows what, and all you can do is drink.
Sean has gone for a ride in a flash car, that's all.
Bollocks.
Why don't you calm down and join us?
But I don't think I can
I gotta go.
Hello, Mr. Man. Can you give me a beer?
Excuse me. Yes, sir?
Oh, what?
I don't want anything.
Just give me a shout when you do.
I do want a beer, though.
I was about to reach for the pump when I came to my senses. A rash move like that in a strange country with strange customs could be my last.
Drink? Anyone got a drink for me to dip my towel in? Well, I can go downstairs still, so that's fine. Here we go.
The slow drip of water barely dampened the towel.
Barely dampened it? What do you mean barely dampened it?
The faucet creaked, coughed, and spewed out a stream of rusty-colored water.
Don't turn it off, George. We need this. Good man! Good man! There we go.
I held the towel under the faucet and soaked it with water.
There we go. Well, we can turn that off now, because we don't need that anymore.
I shut off the faucet as tight as I could, but it kept on dripping.
I don't like how they go into too much detail. But we've got progress. Right, see you later, Pat. Have a good one there, lad. Have a drink for me there, lads. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We're good. We're balling. We're good and we're balling. Right. Head back up the mountain. Go back to where we need to come from, because we've got progress! My brain's kicking in. I don't know if this is like has a mount how many times we can use it, but maybe. Licking his toes. Okay, like I said, this is something I've never seen before, so I'm just winging it. I remember playing this a few years back. By a few years, I mean even before I started doing YouTube. I do have, or did have, 1, 2, 3, and 4 on a disc. But they're gone now. Hopefully get to play them all on the future. Right, we've got this. I'm gonna have a wet fucking damp bar towel, so we can use this on the plaster to moisten it. There we go, baby.
The trickle of water was quickly absorbed by the plaster.
Is it enough to pick up now? There it is.
I eased the solid piece of plaster from the sand. Underneath, it had formed a perfect copy of the statue.
Guess it's still in my hands then, huh? There you go.
The hardened plaster cast fitted snugly into the 5 matching
It would take a while
sockets.
for it to dry up, though, not just
There
quickly
was a
absorb it and
soft
solidify.
thud. Then, silence.
There we go. That's where we're going, baby. New area. Cool. I want to try and use little hints as possible. I did put my hints on to begin with because I wanted to know how to get past the goat. That's why I put them on in the first place. But since then, I've not even bothered. Oh. Montfaucon. Oh? Oh, we're playing as Nico Calad now?
So,
Oh.
where did you stay last night?
At McDevitt's, I got to drinking with Doyle and a couple of the guys.
That explains why you look so ill today. Did you get any sleep at all?
Not
You're
much.
telling me it's going to take
I had to share
an hour
the
to get a
room with another
flight
guy.
island?
Did he snore?
Hardly. He was dead,
And you say Pigram has disappeared?
without a trace. But my visit wasn't a complete waste of time.
Oh? Ah, got gems.
Pigram's gem?
The Templar's gem. Whoever Jacques Marquet is, he's in for a disappointment.
Wow.
Jacques Marquet?
He's the guy who should have collected the gem from Fitzgerald.
I've been reading about Pigram in this magazine.
Okay.
The media got its claws on him.
Yeah, if I was his agent, I'd get him to lose the pipe.
That was just looking backwards and forwards to read.
That
Oh,
dig
hey.
must have been pretty important to him. He resigned his chair at Durham University to go to Ireland. And now he's disappeared.
Yep.
See what you can find out about Professor Pegram.
I'll speak to the university. What are your plans?
I want to find out who, what, or where Montfaucon was. All I've got to go by is the name and a picture of a hanged man.
Great. Let's have a
What
talk
do you
about
know about
Plantat.
Professor Pegram?
Oh.
I've seen a television program, Pigram's Past. He's written a book, The Crusader Families of Ireland.
Well, very be Twilight. So we don't need to get anymore. Look at the
Let's
back.
take another look at the manuscript.
Might be something here that can tell me about the Hanged Man.
That's the tripod in the Crew Museum. That's the gem that Pegram found in Lochmarn.
Okay.
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
Oh, right then. I have an idea what I want to do. This could be a whim, but I have an idea what I want to
Can't sit here
do.
all day, much as I'd like to.
Okay. Don't forget to look for Lobino at the Kroon Museum.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to go to
Why don't you
next.
see if Rosso has heard anything?
Okay. Anything else I can do for you while I'm out? Shopping, a trip to the laundromat?
Just take care of yourself.
The sarcasm in George is brilliant. I love George. He's a good dude. He's a good dude. He's a good dude. Good dude. Good dude. He's a good lad. Okay. Oh, hey, my thing's back! Bitchin'! What's that for? Recover an ancient artifact from Lacomarne Castle. Okay. Well, when's Island? Do you need to go there for long? Interesting enough. Where does the story take us now? Oh. They grayed out if I don't need to go there anymore. So I don't need to go to Lachman no more. Okay. I see. So there's still something at Café de la Chandelle Vert. Rougerie. Isn't that where Nico is? I need to go to Musée. Okay. This may be a bad whim. Oh. I assume I'm going to put the gem down. Wait. Is it touchable? Or is it encased in glass? Who's this bitch? Who the fuck are you?
I beg your pardon. Are you Andre Lobineau?
That's me. You want my autograph?
No.
I was told you may be able to help me.
Help?
My name is George Stobart. I'd like your professional opinion.
Well, okay. Shoot.
We need help with this.
I'd like your opinion on a medieval manuscript.
Vraiment? Do you have it with you?
No, it's too fragile. And besides, there are certain people who'd stop at nothing to get their hands on it.
Intriguing. Do you have a copy of the text?
There isn't much, only a few Latin phrases. I was kind of hoping you'd help decipher the pictures.
Without seeing the manuscript, that's a tall order.
Just tell me one thing. What does the image of two men riding on the same horse suggest to you?
The Knights Templar. Does the Templar seal appear on this manuscript? I'd love to see that for myself.
We could literally go for it, to be fair. I could show him the gem.
What can you tell me about Philippe le Bel?
He was responsible for the extermination of the Knights Templar.
Nice.
I know that, but why was Philip so hot to get rid of them?
Mostly because he wanted to get his hands on their treasure. He had an enormous debt and a lifelong war with England to fund. The trouble was, the Templars were a highly respected holy order.
Very brutal. Very, very brutal. Carry on, tell me more.
If the Templars were so powerful, how did this Philippe dude wipe them out?
He didn't.
By underhanded, dishonorable means, of course. The Pope was Clement V, a Frenchman.
French, huh? Handy for Philippe.
Fate had nothing to do with it. He was Philippe's puppet, planted to further his political ambitions.
Oh.
Philippe wanted the wealth of the Templars and used Clement to get it.
Alright, I don't care about any more of this. What about this Knights
Can you
Templar
tell
symbol?
me anything about the Knights Templar?
I sure can, Georgie. Soldiers, diplomats, mercenaries, monks, bankers, you name it, the Templars fit the bill. The greatest fighting force in Christendom, the militia of Christ.
Jeez.
Very, very brutal people. I have a gem. Do you wanna...
What do you make of this?
It's the biggest gemstone I've ever seen. Where did you get it?
From Professor Pegram's messenger boy.
Pegram? Professor Nigel Pegram?
Yeah,
He's in Ireland, investigating a Templar site, isn't he?
he was.
He was, until he disappeared.
Did Pegram find this on his dig?
Yeah, the site where this was found was a Templar castle. Do you think it could be part of the Templar treasure?
No, I shouldn't think so.
Well, we've got Pegram to talk about, so that's nice, but I want to know about the
Does the
hangman.
name Montfaucon mean anything to you?
Sure, it was the most grisly spectacle in Paris until the Revolution.
Public toilet?
Montfaucon was the place of execution for many thousands.
King Louis
A
XIV?
dark temple of death, with row upon row of arches, each one framing a grim exhibit. Scores of rotting corpses swung on creaking rope, while the crows devoured
Hang on.
their flesh.
That explains the image of the hanged man. I found a reference to Montfaucon in Ireland, in a village called Lochmarn.
Nico has a camera. Could she not take a picture of the scroll? And then I can show it to this guy?
The manuscript is being looked after by a friend.
In Paris?
Yeah, not far from here, in fact.
Well, just give me the address and I'll come round and take a look.
I'm not so sure about that. Maybe I should check with her first.
A female friend?
Yeah, she's a woman. Maybe it was my imagination. but I noticed a predatory look in his eye. Suddenly,
It's French. What do you
this friendly
expect?
historian had turned into the big bad wolf.
I don't think there's anything else I really want to talk to you about, but I guess I've got to exhaust all the options, huh?
Do you know Pegram well?
Not really. I met him at a conference. I would have liked to talk to him in depth, but I didn't have time.
When was this?
Oh, back in the summer, July, I think.
The second week of July?
Maybe. Yes, it was, just before Bastille Day.
So
Okay.
Pegram was in Paris at the same time as the other victims.
Pardon? Victims of what?
Nothing. Just thinking aloud.
Okay. We've exhausted that option. Right, let's go for this one next then. Need to learn all the information we can.
Montfaucon?
To the northeast, near the Canal Saint-Martin, but there's nothing there now. The old gibbet was torn down during the Revolution.
Okay. There could be some still more information there.
So what was Philippe's plan? What happened?
Sealed orders were sent out all over France, not to be opened until the appointed day. That day was Friday, July 13th.
Oh.
That's the origin of our superstition regarding that date. At dawn, throughout the whole of France, the Templars were arrested. It was the biggest bust in the history of the world.
Interesting.
What happened to the Templars after their arrest?
Philippe was out for blood, so he handed the Templars over to the Inquisition. Not
As you would.
surprisingly, they confessed to a sensational and sordid list of blasphemies.
Like what?
Oh, the sort of things you read about in the gutter press. Devil worship, lewd sexual practices, spitting on the Holy Cross, that kind of thing.
It sounds more
Must have given
Greek
their
than
lawyers
anything
some
else.
headaches.
Whether or not the accusations were true, this was not good publicity. Most of the charges were probably cooked up, but so were the Templars. Literally.
They were burnt
Hundreds of
alive?
them were found guilty of heresy and flamed grilled at the stake. They died protesting their innocence.
Jesus. Bit grim. It's very fucking grim. Okay.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
I don't want to go too far ahead, right? Can I slam this gem on this tripod? No, he's just going to shrug his head. Okay, cool. Let's leave. Might have got a new location to go to. See, because it said something about a puzzle piece in the top left corner, so most likely got some crucial information. But I don't know what. Montfaucon. I want to go to Rixxalight again. I want to see if Nico will allow this guy to come on over, essentially. And we can go from there. I don't like how it can... takes forever just to go inside a house. I know where I'm going.
Hey, Nico.
Oh, hi. I didn't expect you back so soon.
Plantard wants to see the manuscript. What can we do about this?
Let's take another...
Nope, I didn't want to do that. Nope. Plantard, not Plantard.
Do you mind if Labano sees the manuscript?
I guess not.
He wants to come over. Shall I give him your address?
Yes, that's fine. Maybe he'll make sense of the manuscript.
Okay, cool. Alright, sweet. Nope. Shit, didn't want to do that. We've got a sense of direction. We have a sense of direction.
I'll see you again soon.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the location we need to go to, because I don't think I'll remember where we need to go. If I don't go do it now. That's why we've got hints though for it. Mistaken. Was we saw the guy, because I need to go talk to him as well, so it's like a long list of things I need to do. I should probably write this stuff down. So for now, I'm going to leave that there for today. with this video of Broken Sword, which means we can now return. Well, we will return with more of this tomorrow. I need to go write down some information so I don't forget where we're going or what we are doing. So as for now though, that is all there's going to be for today, and as always, this is Rixxalight signing out, so let's cue the music.